Well, good evening, guys. How you doing? How is everybody tonight on this lovely weather event through about half of the country? Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all doing great. I know we have a lot of members of our community that are in Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, all over that path of that Hurricane Laura, and I know all of our thoughts and prayers are out to each and every one, and I hope that nobody got really too badly affected by this thing. But we'll talk about that more later, I'm sure. We just got over a humongous thunderstorm here, and the power stayed on, so I guess we're good. I didn't see anything more on the radar coming, but you know, this time of year, there's always a chance that if I somehow just go dark, the odds are it was a thunderstorm. Gotta have a wild eyelash that's killing me here. Okay. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat. How you doing? We're off to a moderate start here today. Got 10 likes already. That's terrific. Had 8 likes before we even went live, so I'm flattered. You guys must like me. I appreciate it. Well, we have in the chat, Jody. He's been in and out all afternoon and wins the prize today for first in, and I think he probably did that within seconds of me actually creating the video sometime around noon. So Jody, good to see you. You remain and probably always will remain the champion. Brian took a shot at it, but you know, you got to get up pretty early in the morning. So sorry. But Brian B. Mac Ariels is here. How you doing? Jaybird, Joe, good to see you. And Jody is here saying hi to everybody. And Arizona Drone Dude, how you doing, my friend? And our good buddy Agent K is here. How are you tonight? Good to see you. And Michael Blade is in the house. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. Ed, love my drones. Hi, buddy. And Brian. And Minnesota Paul. My power went out today without a storm. Okay. And I think that's it. I think I shouted out everybody there. And I have nobody in the green room. I don't know, am I intimidating or something? I jump in the green room on everybody's show. I put on a show and I look and, oh, there he is. Okay, probably just heard me. One of my regulars. And we'll bring him in right now. Everybody bring in Carlos back from the sky. Yay, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
You were a little blurry for a second, but you cleared up. How's your day so far?
It's good. It's been good.
No storm effects?
No, that's nowhere near us. Maybe some people in Tampa are more likely to get it. We're just having the usual Florida on and offshore breeze, collision, right. Storms, and most of it was towards the center of the state, but we just had a couple of lightning and thunderstorms just went by, but nothing
Typical
serious.
Florida
No, we got
stuff.
lucky, but boy, I sure feel for the people up there.
Yeah, Chris.
Living down here like we do, we know what it's like to feel. You feel like you're bowling pins. I've said this before. You feel like you're the bowling pins in a bowling alley, and you're just sitting there watching them throw balls at you, knowing that they're going to curve, and not knowing how much they're going to curve, and whether they're going to knock you down or knock your neighbors down,
Right next to you,
or
right.
all of you. Yeah, and that's how it feels. That's how it feels.
And Ray Kelly. Michael Blade,
Ray
I don't know, was he here
hey,
before?
Hey, Ray. Yeah,
Okay.
I mentioned him a little earlier, and we have Ron, 3X Drones, with his shirt.
There he is.
Hey there, Ron. How you doing?
Actually, what I like about him is he always comes in with a smile. I like that, Ron.
Well, he's a happy guy.
And I just got done work, too, so that's probably...
That's a good thing.
No wonder you're smiling. And where do you live, Ron?
I'm in northeast Ohio, right along Lake Erie.
Okay, you're going to get some weather from this storm, aren't you? Maybe
Probably.
a little bit.
They're talking about a little rain from it, but it looks like it's going to swoop down like Tennessee-ish and kind of up the coast, so might not get too much where I'm at. But
Yeah, they're talking about the Ohio Valley getting.
yeah, that's
hit.
down along where the river is. Actually, that's kind of my
Yeah.
area where I grew up is the Ohio Valley, and I moved up north.
Well, that storm's supposed to come right over there and then head over into your backyard, Carlos. It's going to
That's
come
what
and
I've
visit
heard.
you on the way out, but it won't be a Cat 4
Rain.
hurricane. It'll just be probably a depression by then. But it's dumping
rain.
a lot of rain. Yeah.
Rain is good. Well, as long as it doesn't flood you out. But I like water.
Yeah. Well, Ed just said it's actually been drier here than normal, and that's true. These hurricanes, when they go by, they suck all the moisture
Right.
away from everywhere. So a lot of our moisture got dumped all over the people in Louisiana and Texas.
Did you get to see the drone bums video yet? Of his acro flight? He did one whole pack. I told you about it yesterday. No.
Yeah, no, I
That's all right.
didn't. But, well, hold on. We're gonna.
I'm sure if you put it on, he wouldn't object.
Hold on a second here. Let me get into my YouTube channel. And
Did you get your first FPV drone yet? There, Ray,
Ron,
Oh, me? Oh, not yet. Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet. Not
What are
yet.
you waiting for?
Come
Come on.
well, not everybody really.
I haven't even been flying camera drones in 2 weeks. I think I've
Because
only
they're
one
more of
flight
a
in.
nuisance. You buy yourself a little Tinyhawk ready to fly, and you can fly 1, 2, 3 in your backyard. You'd be so happy.
Yeah, I got a lot of trees in my area, man.
Yeah.
Like dense trees where my backyard, if I got it up in the air, and I'd be climbing a lot of trees on a daily basis.
You work your way in and out. Anyway, let me say
Yeah.
hello to Mr. J Bird Drone, the talkative one the other day.
Is this the one, Carlos?
Yes. It's his
That's
last
the one.
last post, yeah.
Okay, you don't think he'll mind us
Absolutely.
playing?
If he does, I'll kick his butt, but no.
All right, I won't play the sound. Is there any music in it?
It's all YouTube friendly, just so you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, there is
I'll
sound, there's
just-
music, and his voice. But check him out flying.
Oh,
He's
okay.
pretty good.
All right, here we go.
My wife likes
Let's
his voice.
take a look. Let's take a look and see. Well, let's.
Now, how he starts is this is him flying in his yard in stability mode 3 weeks ago. Yeah, or flying at Brian's.
Okay.
So this is approximately 3 weeks ago. But again, remember, instability mode. He thought he was hot stuff. Thought he had this.
Yeah.
Instability mode.
That's like a 12-year-old riding a bicycle with training wheels saying, "Oh, I know how to ride a bicycle." Yeah, okay,
I
take the
got
training
this.
wheels off. See how far you get.
Now, help me out here. Stability mode is it will stay level.
Yes.
It'll try
Whenever
to
you
level
let go of the
itself,
sticks,
It'll
when you
level
let go of the
itself back
sticks,
out.
it levels itself. Yeah.
but it won't stay up.
Oh, so you
that's
still have
not-
to keep it in the air, but it'll
Yes,
stay
sir.
level.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it'll level itself. If you're in acro mode, it doesn't have anything. You have to put it any which
Up,
way
down,
you want
left,
it. So
right.
if you're pointed nose down, canted over, and you let go of the stick, the quad's going to stay exactly in that attitude until you move it the other way, level it off, level the nose, just like an airplane when you're flying.
Basically, he was also saying how me and Ed not only were pushing him, but pushing him to throw some roll into his turn because he was turning left, and his
just
right
yaw.
prop. I mean, yeah, it would just show, and his right side would just go down. But he
You know,
got it.
that's you get in that habit with camera drones.
Right.
That's
So-
a tough habit to break too if you've been flying camera drones for a while. Because when you hit the right stick on a camera drone, it just goes sideways.
Right.
Doesn't turn at all. Oh,
Yeah, so this was his 3 weeks ago.
okay.
Now this is a park near his house. Sunday sunrise. Oh, he missed one. Internet issues. Now,
There we go.
if you notice, he's in air mode now.
Yeah, he is. Look at that. And
And he's-
when was this flight?
I'm gonna say Tuesday. Tuesday.
Oh, this week. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
that's my
Good for him.
right. But
You just got to remember to level. You got to remember to
Yes.
level out every once in a while.
I tell him that too.
Yeah. Well, but even I do that sometimes when you're flying along and you look up and say, "Oh, I'm not flying level," and you have to roll level.
The main thing is I was telling him to go forward. Go forward. Hello, Mr. Bob.
Go
Drone
forward.
Days. Yes, keep going forward. I said,
Hey,
think of it
Bob,
as a-
Drone Days, how you doing?
But look, he did a whole battery in the air, in air mode. So he was
That's
pretty
great.
happy. You don't have to show the whole thing, but just to
Well,
give
this
you
is
an
how
idea.
this is how you start. This is how
Yep.
you start. Oh, look here, he is. He even got himself in the shot.
And I told you he got the X-Lite controller, so now he's big and bad.
Oh, you did, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, set him up. You know what? We actually bound his bird with the SpeedyBee app because I couldn't get my laptop to connect to his bird for some reason. You don't need data to be
Huh.
on beta flight, right?
No, you don't need data. You just
Yeah.
need a plug. You just need to plug into the. You just need to plug into the
Right.
quad.
Anyway, so he's up. He's up in the air and he's happy.
Good, good. Now that's great. Glad to see that. He's not in here yet, is he? Probably. You know, it's early.
I can send them
That's
an
the only
invite.
downside to doing this show early is a lot of people. It's too early for them to make it. Jaybird says, "Does air mode slow the drone down?" Go ahead, Carlos. You can answer that.
Quite the opposite. It actually makes it go quicker to a certain
Yeah.
degree. To a certain degree, it causes you to go faster.
Yeah,
For
the
sure.
speed of the drone, Joe. Oh, come on! Oh, what the hell is with this stupid camera?
Hey,
Likes
wait,
to see
that's
me
not
do
a
this.
flowered shirt. I just noticed.
That is an
No, it's got-
interesting shirt. What is
It's
on
got
that?
cigars, man.
Cigars. You're serious? Oh,
Wow,
wow.
look at that.
Look at
That's
this.
cool.
Look at this. All kinds of cigar bands and cigars, all the different labels, all the Cuban labels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A friend of mine from the old days, when I used to collect knives from California. In fact, Steve Carpenter knows who he is. He's lives out there in Capistrano Beach in California. His family owned a company that did Hawaiian prints, Hawaiian fabrics and tropical fabrics, and huge, big company. And Walt would always be bringing us shirts when we saw him at the knife shows, in Atlanta or Seattle, wherever we ran into him. So he knew I smoked cigars, so he went out of his way to find this fabric with all the cigars on it, and how
Wow.
to make and actually made the shirt for me. I don't think
Oh,
they
wow.
ever sold this shirt.
That's
So
Oh, that's
I
even
think
better.
it's-
That's a one of a kind.
I think this is a one-off shirt. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Custom shirt.
from Hoffman's California Fabrics.
You know,
So,
that's just it makes those shirts even better, especially if it's something goes with you. You're a cigar smoker, you're a cigar lover, whatever. Boom, you got
yeah.
cigars on your shirt.
Perfect.
Perfect shirt.
Well, that's what we did at the knife shows. We basically smoked cigars,
Mhm.
and spent money. Okay, Joe, here's how it works. Very simple. When the drone is sitting like this and the motors are running, it's not going forward or backward, it's hovering. When the drone tilts at a tiny little angle, it goes forward slowly. When the drone tilts at a big angle, it goes forward like a bat out of hell. So the speed of the drone is pretty well dictated by the pilot, how much nose down you put. And since when you're looking in the goggles, you're seeing straight into the camera like this, the tilt of the camera determines how much nose down the quad's going to have when the horizon is settled in the camera. So if you want the quad to fly faster, you raise the camera angle up like this, so that when the camera's pointing straight, the quad's like this, it's going to go faster, because you're shooting to keep the horizon in the center of your goggles, and you're using your pitch stick, your right stick, to adjust this. Now, when you pitch down, if all else equal, not only will the drone go forward, but it'll start to descend, because you're at an angle and you have less vertical lift. So at the same time you pitch down, you have to increase your power. And then when you go to level off, you decrease your power, or else you're going to start to climb. So it's a balancing act between the throttle and the
Right.
pitch stick. There you go. How was that, Carlos?
Perfect.
Is that a good,
Want to
is that
say
a
a
good
quick hello to
explanation?
Mr. Joe C. and Mr. Above and Beyond Drones. They joined
Jim,
us.
Jim Boyd, how you doing? Did you just get that crazy thunderstorm that we just had up here?
Oh,
It was brutal. Oh, Jay Bird says after all that he understands just asking about the modes. Well,
Hey, I learned something.
Thomas Ariels, hello. Tomas.
the modes basically turn on and off the stabilization. So if it's in angle mode or horizon mode, when you let go of the stick, it's going to be stabilized. When it's in air mode, that's acro. Acro and air mode are often confused. Air mode is a mode that Betaflight has that makes sure that none of the motors ever stop, even if you pull the throttle all the way back. Now, generally, acro is not a mode in Betaflight. Acro is the default mode when you don't have any other mode picked. So if you didn't set up any flight modes, you would always be in acro. So when air mode is turned on, it tells you air mode, but it's really in acro. Yeah, I think they did that on purpose to confuse everybody. Tomas, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Well, I did something today that I hadn't done before. And at my age, that's not much, you know.
Let me think. What haven't you done before? Does it
What
involve
haven't I done
flying?
before?
Does it involve any flying or RC? Oh, the Cinema.
Yeah, but look at the front of it.
Thing looks like it could.
This is the GoPro? Oh, the
Yeah. I've never put my GoPro. Now I've put my Runcam 5 on quads and in airplanes, but this is my only GoPro, and I'm not like these guys that make $1 million on YouTube and can afford to wreck 40 GoPros a year.
Yeah, you slam that into the ground. I usually see those GoPros don't fare too well.
No, they don't. But there is no way to get aerial footage like that. So that was the main reason.
Yeah.
That was the main reason that I built this. That I built this quad so that I could carry a GoPro, and then I printed this GoPro mount. Got it off of Thingiverse, and it's really cool because if you look down right in here, it's got like shock absorbers.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Oh.
But does it vibrate also when you fly? Or,
well, that's what I had to find out, and it's also got this 3D printed lens protector bumper that goes over the lens here. So, and I ended up putting the GPS on the back here, so it has the GPS rescue now. So now it's finished, and it has the DJI CADX, the Vista system in it. And so today I took it out, and
we got some footage?
yeah. And
All right.
Now I don't want to spoil it too much, but I got to do something to fill 2 hours on this show. Yeah, I don't think Jody says insure at State Farm like $35 a year. That's not the way.
I thought it was with Best Buy.
Well, Best Buy is the way to insure the drones. You buy one from Best Buy, you buy the $35 protection plan, and and that's for accidents. And guys like Steele and Mr. Steele and all these other guys, they probably go in on a weekly basis with a handful of pieces and springs and glass lenses and things, and say, "Give me a new one, please," and they do. But
that would be really worth it for your GoPro.
And the next time I buy a GoPro, knowing that I'm going to fly them, I'll get that. But 2 years ago when I bought this GoPro, I wasn't in FPV quite yet, and I had no intention of flying this GoPro camera, so I didn't see the need. I tend to not want to buy those stupid protection plans. I always end up paying money and never getting a dime back out of any of them. But for the GoPro, I think they're really a great
And the way
deal.
you're going to use it.
And worth it. Yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to show you guys, I thought I would.
I think Jaybird might be getting sucked in.
I thought I had it all queued up. Yeah, here we go. Now this here is the is the goggles recording. I'm going to show you this first. This is actually what the 720p goggles feed looked like.
Little bit more roll on that turn, Mitch.
What's that?
I said a little bit more roll on that turn, please.
A little more, well, I needed a little more rudder on that turn, actually. Yeah, but that's okay. Well, this is the first time I flew it, and with the big battery, I had a 1500 battery on this. It's only a 3-inch quad, and the GoPro. Right. It took me a minute to get used to the weight of it. Yeah, it took me a minute to kind of get used to the weight of it, but I just want you to see that this is the goggle feed, and it's a very smooth flying quad. So this isn't really bad.
I'm gonna ask you, did you do a roll at all or anything? Did you try rolling it? Did you try rolling it at all?
Yeah, I did one roll towards
How did it handle it?
Towards the end of the flight. Well, you'll see it. It's really beautiful.
It's on this one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice little bank.
So, yeah.
Nice sky. Look at that sky.
It was a gorgeous morning, and there was hardly any wind until about an hour. Jaybird, how fast am I flying? I'm probably flying about 40 miles an hour there, I would imagine.
Yeah.
35, 40. Not racing around. It is a Cinnawhoop after all. But here I come in and circle over the little playground where I fly the Cinnawhoop. Right off.
Mitch, I'm not trying to pick on this at all, seriously. But am I noticing wobbling or no?
Yeah, you might be a little bit. Yeah, because don't forget, this is a non-stabilized camera. This is the flight camera. This is what I'm seeing in my goggle feed.
Right.
Okay.
Looks good though. I'll tell you that.
JST Drone, how you doing, my friend? Ray Kelly. Hey, Ray. Good to see you, buddy.
No, I think that looks great.
All right, but that's the goggle feed. So, up until now I've been saying, why do I need to put a GoPro on these things? Because with the ones that have the air unit in them, the ones that I'm going to do this, guys. Here. The ones that have the air unit in them actually get a higher resolution video than the goggle feed with sound. But the CADX Vista, being a smaller system, doesn't have the microphone in it, and it only the goggles. You're actually recording what's been transmitted over the air, not on the SD card on the drone. But here we go, Carlos, for you. Flying through trees.
Nice. Now I want to see a little bit more. Well, you know what I want to see.
Yeah, you want to see me you want to see my drone in a flaming pile of exploding batteries.
A little bit more. No, you're doing good.
Okay, so again, is it coming over fairly sharp on YouTube?
Very well.
It looks good.
I think so.
Okay, because here I'm looking at my YouTube on my screen here, and it's not nearly as sharp as it looks as what I'm sending out.
720p.
Yeah,
it looks good.
But YouTube is definitely degrading it a little bit.
Right. What does Thomas say? Old guy in a drone. I was thinking of buying that reptile cloud.
Yeah, that's what this is.
But I had to add my own receiver.
Will I have to solder the freestyle receiver? Does it come as a plug and play? Well, if you buy it with a receiver, you don't have to solder it. But if you buy what they call plug and play, I think you have to put the receiver in. If you buy the bind and fly, I believe it's already got the receiver in it.
But that's the same. Sorry.
That's the same thing that I'm flying here. Only I built it. I just bought the frame. So the only component that I'm sharing with the ready-built one would be the frame and the CADX Vista camera. I'm using the iFlight Zing motors and an iFlight flight controller with this. But this thing, Carlos, you would love flying this thing. It's like a rock it's steady as a rock in the air.
It looks like it.
Nice.
I think I actually do a roll here pretty soon. I hope I'm not boring you guys with this, but what else would we talk about? Except
talk about Ed
hurricanes.
And Jaybird.
Talk about
in the chat.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, I got 23. I got 23 people here already.
It's not as easy as you may think to just go straight, fast, and level. It takes a little bit of
Here, watch.
manipulation.
Here it comes.
All right.
Come out
See,
of
that
it
was
perfectly.
that was a nice little roll. I mean, it was no wobble. It was steady. Okay, so what I want to show you now, guys.
Like the clouds.
Now that everybody says how good this footage is. Now this was really funny. You know, every once in a while you do something really dumb, right? So my battery's starting to beeper's starting to beep. I'm time to land. So I come in and I aim at the. I think I'm in the car on the right there. Okay, so I aim at the car on the right when I'm actually way over on the left. And then I say, where the hell am I? I stop right here and I don't see I said, where the hell am I? So I went over that way looking. Then I finally realized I was way over
I've
here
done
and
stuff
had
like
to
that.
turn around and go. You ever do that, Carlos?
Oh, gee, you weren't even by the cars. You were.
Definitely.
There
Come
we
back
go.
to the
Okay.
road.
So now, this is the GoPro.
All right.
That's me.
This flight, I got the GoPro set to 2.7
All right,
K
Mitch. Now, while you're
resolution
doing this, there's other
with,
people. They think you're crazy talking to yourself.
No, I'm talking. What I'm doing here
I
is
know you're
I'm
talking
going to
the
do.
camera. Yeah.
I'm going to do a bunch of tests. No, they knew what I was doing. I want to do
Oh,
a bunch of tests at different resolutions. So, if you tell the camera what resolution it's in, then you don't have to write it down. You just play when you play it back. You'll get the beginning.
ultra wide angle.
All right. So at any rate, this has got the sound. I don't know if we need the sound. I'll make it real low. But this is the GoPro now. You notice it's a 16 by 9 resolution. It was shot in 2.7K with extra wide angle and stabilization. Okay, so it had that they call it hyper view or something like that. But what I want you to look at is the smoothness of this.
Yeah.
Looks softer. Is that the right term? Clear? I don't know. Looks good.
What's that?
It looks softer or clear? I don't know. If that's the
No,
right term.
it's not. It's actually that's YouTube. It's actually sharper on my screen here.
Was it? It also looks like, is that 60 frames a second too? Did you say?
Yeah, 60
Yeah,
60
that's why it
frames a
looks-
second.
That's why. it's so
60
smooth.
frames a second. Well, no, the goggles speed is also 60 frames
Is
a
it?
second. Yep,
It looks like, I know what it is. Actually, less fisheye too.
a little bit.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Little
Less
bit,
of that.
yeah,
Less of that rounded world. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not flat.
but look, but I mean, this is camera drone smooth. This is stabilized. I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's
blew me away when I got home.
That's all but stabilized there.
Now, did
And
you
I'm
do any of
watching
this
it- I'm-
flying low with that camera? Like by the grass
Yeah,
and trees?
it's the same. You're going to see the same flight.
Oh, it's the same
This
one.
is-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
this is the same flight. What I did, I'm looking at it on my monitor here on the computer, and I can see the individual blades of grass down there. I mean, it is so sharp, and YouTube is blurring it up for us, but
Yeah, a little
you
bit.
get the idea
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. It's things only in 720 on YouTube anyway, but you can see. You could actually even see the better colors. And
Oh, the colors are gorgeous,
That
and
was nice.
but look, watch as I fly over the playground here, and you'll look at
Sun
you'll
looks
see the
good on the
playground
water,
equipment.
too. The reflection. I think I hear the motors, right?
Yeah, they wind up, man. I mean, they're little motors. You know, they're not here. That doesn't sound like a 5-inch, that's for sure.
Higher pitch.
Yeah. But it's Cinewhoop. It's designed to be cinematic. So I'm just thrilled with the way this came out. How smooth it is. And I'm trying not to, go 80 miles an hour here. I was trying to shoot for something cinematic.
You did good. Although I always like fast, low to the ground flying. That Tom Cruise thing. Why is it stalling?
What's that?
My end it was stalling for a second. It's back to normal.
Oh, that's YouTube. That's it's doing it on my end too. It's getting a little jerky. Yeah, this YouTube doesn't. When I make my video on this, I'm going to put this footage on there. I'm going to upload the video at 4K. You know, so anybody who wants to watch it in 4K will actually see how sharp it really is. Because what I'm seeing on my monitor here next to me, I can see every blade of grass, individual blade of grass. It's unbelievable.
A quick hello to drone obsessed Jerry, who has joined us. Hello.
Oh, hey Jerry, how you doing, buddy?
DOJ.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Top Gun, yes, I like that. Top Gun. Look, again, I like when you see the shadow while you're flying. That's a cool shot.
Yeah. Well, that's easy to do down early in the morning here.
Follow my shadow. Level off, level off. There you go. Oh yeah, Ed said you didn't stop at one of the stop signs before.
Yeah, I tend to run. I tend to run those stop signs. No problem.
Sky in the background really nice. Weird. I like the clouds.
What's that?
I like the color of the sky in the background, the blue. It's nice.
It was a gorgeous morning out there. Here, this is cool. I like to run down the road like this, where you see the shadow of the drone in front of you.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Boy, is it ever blurry on the YouTube feed compared to what the high definition stuff looks like. Yeah, I'll have that video out probably tomorrow, and watch it at least watch it in 1080 because the footage is outstanding. Here I'm running down low for you.
I like it. I like it. Ooh, look how close.
Yeah,
wow.
that was a close one there.
You like that, didn't you?
Very nice. Very nice. Got to see more of those. Or at least treetop skimming.
Yeah. And anyway, here I come back for this strange landing. Yeah, looking for myself.
I've done that.
But,
I've come back for the wrong person.
You can definitely tell you can definitely tell the difference between the stabilized and the unstabilized. And in the video I make, I'm going to put them side by side, so you'll be able to actually see the difference. Because if you watch just the camera feed, you say, "Wow, that's gorgeous." Then you put the GoPro up next to it, and you say, "Wow, that was terrible."
The GoPro kind of does that itself, right? It has like a stabilized mode. Is that what that is?
It has such a great stabilized mode in the GoPro. It's unbelievable. You can stop beeping. The battery was done. It has such a great stabilized mode, guys, that you can take a GoPro camera and hold it up in front of you and do this, and the picture will be rock steady. And I'm not kidding. I did it. I had it up on a stick one day, and I was doing that much. And you could see just the tiniest little bit of movement in the picture itself. So when you put that on a drone, not only does it filter out the bumps like this, but it even smooths out the rolls.
Probably fighting it every step of the way.
And I was really amazed at how good that came out. And
Hyper smooth.
look who's here, Mr. Captain Ray.
Hey.
Hi, how's everybody?
Hey, buddy.
Good evening,
How
Captain.
you doing?
Good evening,
And everybody in the chat?
Yeah, Jim, that was a GoPro Hero 7. The 8 is supposed to be better, but it has, and the most I can stabilize with the 7 is 2.7K, which is certainly high def enough for anything that I'm going to need that for. I don't plan on doing anything commercial with it, but I don't want to buy another one. And I don't know, there's some things about the 8 I don't like. The glass is not removable over the lens, so if you crack it, you can't just replace it too easily. It's got the tabs that the GoPro mount, the two things that come down with the holes that go into the three things for the GoPro mount. They actually fold up into the bottom of the camera. What they tried to do is alleviate the need for the cage that you put it in. So I like the 7. Whoa, look who's here, man. Look who's here.
I use a 7, and I like it too, Mitch.
Hey,
He's
Mitch.
not even ready. Not even ready.
Mitch, stick me
Yes.
in the green room for a few minutes. I gotta go run and do a thing, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Mitch, have you ever
Jerry.
toyed with the 360 Go idea?
I'm sorry, I was watching on my phone.
You look like Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
like that.
I was watching on my phone and I forgot I had these on, listening to it on the phone. what's up?
I didn't, Carlos. I haven't fooled with 360 yet.
Okay.
That little tiny one is not 360. It doesn't shoot 360. It
Okay.
shoots 180 only in front of you, and it only shoots a maximum of 5 minutes.
Oh, I didn't
So-
know that.
See it as it's the only camera you can put on these tiny little drones. It probably
Right.
does a great job since most of the flights are 5 minutes anyway. But if I was going to go for 3D, I would probably get the that new 1R, that new Insta 1R,
Haven't seen
or
it.
the GoPro one. But they're both like $450-$500, I think, and I don't need 360.
Yeah, not that
bad.
much.
Well,
Not that
I
bad.
think I might get tired of the novelty of it. There are some cool things you can do with it though. If you mount it kind of just a little bit off the back of the drone, you can actually, you get a shot and you're like you're following the drone.
Yeah.
And then these things now have software that keeps the horizon always level even when the drone camera rolls upside down. So you got the drone flying and doing all this stuff and the horizon is flat in front of it. And you do rolls and the horizon doesn't roll. It's phenomenal.
That's pretty cool.
Even though in real life it is. Yeah, amazing stuff. But
Mitch, I don't know if you know this, but and the other people in the chat, you could trade in your old GoPro and they give you a credit towards a new one.
well, they steal it from you, I think.
Yeah,
I think
don't
I looked
you
at that
might.
one day, and the amount of money they offered me for it was, an insult.
It's almost insulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was all beat to shit and didn't work, that's one thing. But mine is pristine, like out of the box, and I'm not going to give them a camera I paid $400 for $85 or $75 or something like that. So
Yep.
I don't know anybody that does that. They do the same thing with cell phones. DJI does the same thing. They have these deals every once in a while where they offer you trade-ins on your drones, and it's such an insult. All it does is piss you off.
Yeah.
Sure, I think it was
Question,
worth
Mike.
$1,000 when I bought it. Now it's worth $85. You're telling me?
Tomas wants to know about the new RunCam 2, 2.4K.
The run cams. I have the run cam 5, not the orange edition, but the black one. It's a good basic camera.
$130.
Compared to the GoPro, it's not that good. I've seen that the run cam 2 is supposed to be pretty good. It's a different form factor, and the fixed wing guys use the run cam 2 more because it's a flat. It's not a cube. It's a flat long thing, and they stick them all over their airplanes. They tape them down with gaffer's tape sometime. These guys that do the reviews, but it's supposed to be a pretty good camera for $130. They're great. They give you tremendous pictures. What they don't have, and I don't think, and I haven't owned one of the RunCam 2s, is the stabilization on the GoPro. And to date, other than the Insta 360, none of that cost as much or more than a GoPro. I don't think any of these cameras can hold a candle to the GoPro
Right.
stabilization, unless you got a gimbal, in which case we're flying a Mavic. So we don't want to do that.
You're speaking of stabilization.
Yeah.
I used this one the other day. I just got a Session 5 with a drone that I bought, and my principal wanted me to drive through and show some paths. He wanted me to fly my drone. With the Mini, it was too windy for the Mini. So I stuck this on the hood of my car with double stick tape and drove the path. And you couldn't even tell I was driving. It was so steady. These things
Unbelievable.
Flying a drone.
Yeah, it looked like flying a drone, except it wasn't. It was my truck driving it.
Yeah, they're really unbelievable, and they just, with every iteration of the GoPro, they just keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
They
That's
just
for
keep
sure.
getting better and better.
Mitch,
Steve
quick hello to
Carpenter's in the
Mr.
chat. Hi, Steve. How you
And
doing?
EBR as well.
Erwin, EBR. Erwin is in the chat. How you doing, buddy? A lot of us were watching Roland Tunison's Drone TV this afternoon. Ed was in there, and EBR was in there. You get hooked on that. You know, you sit there and all just watching him put up all of this different FPV footage. I enjoyed it. So I did a little of that
Hey,
this afternoon.
don't let me distract you with all the new drones that I just got. All these are new. I went crazy over the summer and bought a whole. I got
Quite the
two,
collection.
Yeah, I've got two Roosters, the TIs. It was too good a deal. I had to.
Holy mackerels! So have you flown them all yet? Have you flown them?
No, I haven't flown any of these three. Oh, where are they? These three right here. These three. And I haven't flown. No, I haven't flown any of those. That one I've flown there.
Yeah,
But,
good. How's your flying coming? Are you getting the hang of it?
Well, I've been flying FPV for 2 years, but I'm not very good at it.
Oh well.
I don't go through tiny holes or anything, but I can fly. I can fly.
Oh, good.
Macro.
I haven't seen. I don't know if I get notified from your channel or not. Have you posted
Probably not.
footage?
I haven't posted anything in a while because I created my channel for the kids to use to load stuff when they're there, and we haven't been in school.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's been
That's
bad,
right.
so we haven't posted anything in a while.
Okay.
Chris Hope joined us, and
That's all I'm
Ed
doing.
wants to know.
Yeah,
who the
let's
gentleman
welcome,
that who's the gentleman that just joined us? Ed wants to know.
Hi, Chris.
Which
one
that's
underneath you.
Jerry Cavalry, drone obsessed Jerry. Jerry
Jonas
Cavalry.
Jerry, Ed,
Yep.
and hello, Chris
Jerry's-
Hope. Hopefully, Chris Hope.
And Chris Hope is here. Hey Chris, how did you fare in this storm, man? I've been thinking about you. Let us know how you came through this thing. I don't know how close you were to it, but I know it was in your neighborhood down there.
He lives right down the street from me. We just got some rain and some wind.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it was
Lloyd
actually,
is here.
we actually
Let me
named
say
it
hi to-
rain.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Lloyd.
Mitch. Go ahead, Mitch.
Let me take a second and say hello to some newcomers. We got RC Funds Diversions. Welcome, sir. We got Chris Hope. Not only do we have Chris Hope, but we have Chris Hope.
Chris Hope.
And
Hey, birthday boy.
What's up, Jerry?
Yeah, we're
birthday
here.
boy. Yes, sir.
He had a birthday
And
yesterday.
Lloyd is here. Grumpy Blonde. Hey, Lloyd, how you been, man?
Hey, Uncle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Good to see
to answer
you.
your question,
Nice-
Mitch, I fared okay. Me and Jerry seen the clouds. I got a little rain last night, maybe about an inch, but that's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, it rained for about
Well, that's
an
good.
hour and a half or 2 hours. Not
Yeah,
real
Mark-
hard.
Mark Rogers, Tater, I talked to him last night and talked to him this morning. He lives in West Monroe, and it was a Cat 1 when it come up through there.
How about Adrian?
Adrian's in your part of the world.
He's in
He's in
Orlando.
Arkansas. No, he's in Arkansas. He's in Arkansas, and
that's
it's
Roosevelt.
heading right. It's heading right up that way, I think.
Yeah, Roosevelt.
No, not Adrian Mateo. I'm not thinking of Adrian. I'm thinking. Who am I
natural.
thinking of? I'm thinking of Roosevelt. Roosevelt.
Oh,
Yeah, he was. We talked today, and he was getting it. It's coming right
yeah.
up through Little Rock, fixing to hang a right and come up to see. Minefield probably gonna get a good bath, and Ken Hearn and Mel, and
yeah.
Oh yeah, go up through Tennessee there,
gonna
man.
wind up
Yeah.
on the East Coast, which all said and done.
I tell you,
Yeah,
that minefield looked like it was a great time, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It did.
Oh
look-
man, it really did. Little confusing as far as the frequency control, from what I understand, but.
Probably.
But yeah, it looked like a great time, and it's always good to see Ken Hearn risk his life, isn't it? You know.
When he went up in that tower, I was getting dizzy.
Yeah. Going up there
His
with
mother.
just a
I
little
hope his
bag.
mother doesn't. I hope his mother doesn't watch that. Either that, or she's got to be used to it. But he is a evil Knievel. He's got this evil Knievel side to him that
He does.
I used to. When I was 9, I had that. You know, I would do that kind of stuff. But
It hurts now for me.
yeah,
It
yeah.
ain't
But
even
no,
bounce back as fast.
that
Yeah.
that was something.
Chris
So
Hope, Ed is referring to you as the Texas Santa.
Texas what?
Santa Claus.
Santa. I'm
Santa
sure that's
is
not
here.
the first time, Chris, that they
No.
called you Santa Claus.
That's okay. I've
Chris
played Santa
Kringle.
Claus. I've played Santa Claus in the past, and I was going to play Santa Claus this last winter, but no request.
No request.
No request.
Man. Well,
We
we're
got
back.
Yowie P51 in the house from Australia or New Zealand, one or the other. How you doing? Good to see you. Speaking of New Zealand, Ken has got Bruce Simpson as a guest on his show tonight. I don't know if any of you guys know who
Yeah.
Bruce Simpson is. He's got two channels. He's got
Yeah.
one called XJet
Right.
and another one called is it RC Model Reviews? or-
I'll see model reviews.
Yeah, he's got a huge subscriber base. He's a
Yep.
very, very smart guy. 67 years old, white beard, and he makes great videos, especially some of his tutorials and some of his lectures on
Yes.
RF and radio and things like that. He's embroiled right now in a kind of a conflict with the CAA, which is their version of the FAA,
Yep.
in that they basically are trying to prosecute him for flying a whoop in his backyard without a spotter,
Oh, really?
a Tinyhawk in his backyard
Are you
without
serious?
a spotter. I'm serious, because the CAA's position in the way they wrote it up to him was flying an FP, and they don't have any weight limits on them like they do in Canada, under 250 grams. If it flies, it's an unmanned aerial vehicle. Flying an unmanned aerial vehicle with goggles without a spotter is a violation of the regulations, and as such is a danger to aviation.
Yep.
Okay, that's the way they worded it.
Yeah.
That's the way
He
they
must
worded
have
it.
great neighbors.
Well,
Are you not allowed
so
to have
he's
toys that fly? That's
no.
it,
Listen.
that
So what
go up,
happens?
right?
So what happens is, people who don't like him on YouTube will see him fly, and they'll file complaints
Yep.
Oh, okay.
against them. So these people, they have to follow the complaint up. So they followed up a complaint. So he is making like a federal case out of this. He basically did this on purpose. He says, I'm going to break the law on purpose. I want them to come after me. And he made a video where he flew a little drone and never got more than 10 feet off the ground in his backyard without a spotter. And sure enough, the CAA gets, 5,000 people complained to the CAA because he told everybody to complain to the CAA about it. So they get swamped with complaints about this. They don't know what to do with this guy. This guy's making a real monkey out of them. So they finally just sent him a letter saying they're going to, for his first violation, that they just got done a 2.5 month investigation. We're going to send you a warning letter. But any more violations, we will keep in mind that you already have a warning.
Yeah.
So he said, well, that's great, because I want them to take this all the way. I want to go to court in front of a judge,
Yep.
and once and for all, I want them to tell me and the world that flying a 50-gram whoop 6 feet off the ground in my garden is a hazard to aviation.
Yep.
Therefore, it's against the law, and you got to go to jail or get fined big time for it. And he's holding that banner up for most of us right now to think this is an absurd abuse of regulatory power, not only from the CAA but all of these agencies. They've all lost their.
You know what's the
lost their
amazing
mind.
part about this whole thing is the amount of money that they're spending to
Yeah.
do this against him. I mean,
Yeah.
that's money. That's real money just being wasted.
Oh, of
I
course
don't
it
get
is.
it.
Well, somebody
just don't get
complained.
it.
Someone complained about the one he found. He found an SD card out in that park
Yeah.
and showed the video footage, and they filed a complaint against him for
Yeah,
flying.
he didn't even
It
fly
wasn't
it.
even
He didn't
his.
even fly it.
No.
So I really encourage everybody to watch him tonight. He's a fascinating guy. I watch all of his stuff, and it'll be very interesting and very relevant for
Yeah.
what we're going through. And when you see how ridiculous those people are over there, it makes the FAA almost look like they have some sanity to them. They're
Sure.
crazy. They're out of their minds over
Yeah.
there in New Zealand. I don't know about Australia, but I know New Zealand is they've lost their minds. They've
Quick hello to
completely
Mr.
lost
Mike
their
Roach
minds.
who joined you, Mitch.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
This is
Grove
probably better.
Studios.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Big B69 is in the house. I see him. Who else did I miss?
So really, they have to take all anything that's a toy that flies off the market in New Zealand because
They
it's
got
in
to
the
do
air.
something.
Right?
No, you have to follow the rules. In other words, if you want to
Yeah.
fly your tiny hawk around the tree in your front yard, you're going to have a and wear goggles. You need to have a spotter.
And this is the same thing for airplanes, model airplanes.
Especially,
Anything that goes in the air.
I guess. I mean, but none of this stuff in this country is really written in stone yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it all shakes out. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy and very well spoken. Probably a lot more articulate than me.
Is that possible?
Well,
Surely not.
yeah, I think so. I say and a lot. I'm not a
That
real
was what's
public
his name?
speaker.
Mayor Koch.
Not a public speaker. Not a broadcaster. And my huge, powerful brain just so outruns my mouth that it can't keep up. You know.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
Bill Coast to Coast wants me to tell you that he did say hello to you earlier.
Oh, okay. I was trying. If I didn't say hi to you earlier, Bill, I saw you there, and I was going to say hi, but somebody else was talking, and then somebody else was talking. So if I didn't say hi to you, I'm sorry, because you always make a nice big deal out of me when I come into your show.
2 shows ago, I learned to raise my hand for permission.
Yeah.
In Mitch's class.
You got to be careful with that.
Well,
They'll yell
yeah,
at
Bill. Welcome, Bill. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, we've been over 30 viewers.
Thank you to Mike Arm Media for a minute.
Sure.
Mike, I tell you, when I saw your baseball stadium video that time, a few months back, it was awesome. It really was. And you inspired me. It took me a few months to get down to the stadium here, but I finally did it on Monday. And I'll have that video coming up pretty soon. The stadium right here on Long Island. But thank you.
Yeah, Mitch, I'll start raising my hand. Sorry.
Oh,
Hey, you know what?
there's something you don't see every day.
Isn't there a hand raising thing, or is that in Zoom?
Yeah, there is, but it's not in here. But this is what
it's
I'm gonna do.
insane.
I'm gonna start storing all my FPV stuff, on the wall, with these hands.
With the hands.
Yeah. Put all my small drones. I'm gonna put them right on top. Just set them on there. Yeah, I found this one. I thought, man, this is really cool. I'm gonna start printing some of these out. So I'm gonna
It
put them
looks
in
like
here.
something people used to hold cell phones. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
Are you 3D printing them? You're 3D printing
Yeah.
them, huh?
Yeah, I'm
That's
3D
cool.
printing them.
That's
Yeah, they turned out pretty good.
It's almost spooky, actually.
Yeah,
But,
I could send you one so you can say everybody that comes in, I'll send them one and they can raise their hand. I'm raising my hand. I want to talk. Hey, after Sunday
that's a good
night, I was
idea.
scared to come in here. Sunday
Oh,
night
no,
was,
no,
man,
no.
Sunday night was rough. I was listening while I was working, and y'all were like, "Ah."
well,
that's what
we
makes it
just had
interesting.
we just had a failure to communicate is what we had.
Well,
on
it helps
Sunday
if everybody is all at their best part of their mind is functioning without any influences.
Well,
It always helps.
listen, that was Ed, and Ed is a valued part of our community here. We love him.
And that is a
He
smart.
does. He
he's
does.
a smart
He
guy,
does.
too.
Smart guy. He does great things.
Yeah.
And his head is as hard as my head.
Mhm.
And all I can tell you, and I won't go into much detail, but he's I admire Ed. He's a real gentleman. I got an amazing email from him the following day. And
Oh, really?
That's all I'm going to say.
And he drinks
And,
Natty Light. That's even better.
What's that?
He drinks Natty Lights. That's even better.
Yeah. No, but Ed is, and I'm really looking. Ed is a couple hours north of me, about 2.5 hours, and one of these days I'm looking forward to meeting him.
I'm gonna drive my butt to Florida one day and pick that guy up and take him for a ride.
So, but it did get spirited, Jerry.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
That's okay.
RC fun diversions. I'm out in Shoreham, Long Island.
Everybody at the end of the day was
I'm
kissing
fuzzy
and
again. the hell is
You're back.
stupid?
You're back.
All right.
You're out for a second.
Boy, I want to thank all you guys that are watching here, because I've noticed. I mean, I have 32, says 32
33.
people and 33, and that it's growing. I mean, over the months, I see it steadily growing, and in spite of how boring I can be, it amazes me.
What I think part of it is,
that,
Mitch.
well, you guys,
like,
I think.
No, I think it's guys like Chris and Jay Bird who are like just dipping their tongue or their hand into the FPV, because this can go both ways, FPV and GPS, this channel, and I think there's more dark side interest.
What I see is FPV cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I told you the other night. In interest, that's what's got me interested.
Well, you saw that video I just showed of my first GoPro FPV flight, didn't you, Chris?
You
weren't here. Well, God, here's an excuse to show it again. Oh my God, how many times do you get excuses to show the same thing?
Here we go.
Three times here, guys. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Chris, we need to get together seriously soon. I don't
Private showing for you, Chris Hope.
I know we do, Jerry. Next time
And for Drone Obsessed, he didn't see it either, I don't think.
No, I saw it.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Saw it? Chris,
It was good.
Chris, you need to show up early.
Here, this is my Cinewhoop, and this is GoPro.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's what I'm in. That's what I want to get into right there.
Yep. It's amazing.
And this, here it is,
Oh yeah.
Chris.
Yep. Cool.
And I got a video coming out tomorrow about the building of this and the flying and comparing the GoPro footage to the DJI high def camera, which wasn't bad. But look, I mean, that looks,
Man.
that's camera drone, gimbal smooth.
Is that a squirt?
No, it's a reptile cloud.
Okay.
But not a real it's just a reptile cloud frame.
Ah.
I bought the frame, and then I actually spec'd my own components and built it myself. And it's got GPS rescue on it.
Yeah.
It's got the GoPro on it. It's got one of those little squealing lost quad finder beepers with the battery in it.
Mm-hmm. I think I caught the night you were building that when I caught it for a few minutes, but I didn't get to see the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. In the video, when I publish this video, I'm going to publish it in 4K, guys.
Yeah.
Because what I'm looking at on my monitor over here next to me, compared to what I'm seeing coming back from the YouTube feed, is night and day. I count the leaves on the trees. I can see the different blades of grass in the. You can see the stones, the little tiny pebbles in the playground that's coming up here. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But smooth. And you know, YouTube makes it a little jerky. It gives it just but that's not in the footage. The footage is like butter. It's 60 frames a second, and there's no skips, no nothing. So.
No.
And what GoPro
Chris,
is that?
go ahead.
Which GoPro?
That's a Hero 7. Yeah, Hero 7. Okay, we got. Oh my God, we got. Hang on a second, guys. I have for the first time in my career, I have a situation where I have more guys than slots.
I can back out.
Imagine?
I'll back out, Jim.
Hey, I'm about to leave.
That's okay.
I'll stay in
okay.
the back room. I'll stay in the backstage because I can.
No, I've got to go to my daughter's house. I got to be there in 30 minutes, so I'm about to head out. But it was good to see you guys.
Hey, Jerry, thanks so much for coming in, man. Always good to see you.
Take care of the OJ.
Anytime I could come in and lend a hand, I'll be happy to do that.
Okay, or two.
Or a whole pile of them. I got a whole pile of them. All right, guys. Take care.
All right, Jerry. Take care, buddy. Hey, loud applause. And we have Ron is back.
All right.
Hey,
And if one grumpy old isn't enough, here's another one.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey,
All right.
Lloyd.
Uncle Lloyd.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
I
Lloyd.
just mailed in
Hey,
my
good to see
vote for you.
Yeah,
How you doing, Lloyd?
I'm doing good. I was just I had told Judy the other day, I said, Mitch had been on my show several times. I need to get on his show again. So I said I was going to do it tonight, and then got that tonight was Thursday, and I was just kind of reading, and it popped up that you had a show, and it's like, oh, I said, and she says, well, are you going to be on a show? I said, yeah, I'm going to go in there and try and catch a little bit of it, be on it. So yeah,
Good.
just screwing around, doing my flight sim.
Well, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Lloyd. Yeah,
Tell
there
you, Lloyd,
go.
that flight simulator is amazing. I was watching you today.
Yeah, it's
You're in the South Pacific.
yeah, well, this is a screenshot I took when I was flying yesterday with my son, and I know some of you guys that follow me have seen, have ever been in my live streams, you'll see Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, pop up.
Yeah.
This was he actually grew up in Bougainville, in the South Pacific, in Papua New Guinea. And where we were flying, my son just picked it out of the clear blue sky. I said, listen, we've flown around our neighborhood about 300 times now. Let's go see something different.
Yeah.
And so he says, okay. He should just spawn into where I'm at. So he did, and took us a few minutes to find each other because it's not exact. And we ended up flying, and just as I was logging in to click on, I saw Bougainville come up. Well, the only time I ever heard about it was when Grant talked about it. And so this is actually, and this is a screenshot I took yesterday, and this is actually where we were flying at. But yeah, I'm going to be showing some crashes later because I'm really good at crashing.
Excuse
Well,
me, Mitch, real quick.
I'll tell you what, we get, I was going to talk about the flight simulator, but I knew that if we got started talking about that would monopolize the whole rest of the show. So I didn't want to get too much into that,
Yeah,
because
no, I won't.
it is absolutely immersive. I mean, you get, not only, you wonder where the hell your whole entire day went. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we
it
did
Nick,
3 hours last night.
What is that wood
Yeah.
cost about? RC Fun Diversions wants to know.
the one that this one here, the one that I built.
Yeah, about what does it cost?
Well, I built it, so I had about $150 in the parts for the thing, plus the cost of the CADX Vista, which is $150.
Okay.
So I got maybe a little over $300 in it. But the nice thing about building these yourself is it is a quad now, but basically it is just a collection of parts, and those parts can be used over and over again on other quads unless you break them. So when I put a $150 camera in this thing, I don't worry about it, because I can always take it out of this thing and stick it in another quad, maybe throw an analog one in here down the road. If I find that I'm shooting mostly GoPro footage with this, then I'd be probably okay flying an analog, knowing that I'm getting the GoPro footage, if I had a better use for the CADX Vista. But these things, when you buy them pre-built, don't cost much more than the sum of the parts. That's the thing. $350 to $400 is $450 is what they usually sell these for, with the DJI system in them. So nothing's cheap. Nothing's
last
cheap.
thing,
And
Mitch.
a
It
little
looks
later
great,
tonight
man.
we're
It
going to
really
get in,
does. That thing looks great.
Oh boy.
Looks
a
like
little
it
later
could take a hit.
tonight we're going to get into this.
Oh, good.
This came today, the big orange
Bang
non-bang
good box. Yeah.
It looked interesting.
Took a month to get here, yeah. So we're going to open that up here before the night's out.
Mike
See what
R.
what
Media
manner
said-
of
Mitch,
goodies
let me know
are
if you
in
got
there.
anybody in the green room, and I'll
Yeah,
step out.
Art's in the green room here. Well,
Here, let me go.
All right, let me
I need
step
to walk.
out. I'll say
Mitch,
thank
real
you,
quick.
Mitch, for the invite, and
Oh, sorry.
I'll be in the chat.
you notice how they can't wait to leave. Okay, guys,
No,
you're excused.
thanks again.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks for coming in.
Ray, you take care.
Take care, Mr. Ray.
Okay.
Anyway, Mike R. Media says, old guy in a drone. The only proof that CAA would have is if Bruce's word that he had no spotter. They can't prove it.
Yeah, it's
Going
true.
back to the,
It's true.
Oh yeah.
And whoa, man, I got that blasting here. That's way too loud.
Yep.
Let me turn it down
I
again.
know
Let
whose
me-
theme music that is.
It's still too loud.
That's good.
Dang, he's
There.
special
I'll
now.
check it out.
There it is. Okay.
She keeps playing
All right.
it over and over. Not like
He's
we're
ready.
hearing.
Great to be here. Hey, Lloyd. I'm glad you enjoyed the topic.
Now they say
Oh,
that
yeah.
you can move people around now.
Oh,
Hey,
Now that is
there
really
we go. There we go.
that's
Now I
cool,
gotta look
man.
up.
I like that.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah,
Yep.
you if I take you, Lloyd, if I take you and I click on you and I move you up to where Art is, then they just
Yeah.
switch places with Art. Cool.
how
huh?
come you're only allowed to have 6? I thought StreamYard went up to 10.
Yeah, I'm a freeloader. I you know.
No, I thought
I
the
don't
free
pay for-
version actually went to 10. It's still
Oh,
only
really?
6, huh?
You
All right,
can.
I think
been
it's
waiting.
6, yeah.
Art, I've been waiting for you to tell this joke because I know it's like an art joke because it's corny and I like corny jokes. But why can't you fart in an Apple store? Because there's no windows. Dun dun.
Oh,
Oh,
you
That's an
know,
art
Yeah.
joke. I figured it's right
Alexa,
up your
tell me a
alley.
joke.
Carlos,
What kind of
he
salad
who
is
farts
it?
in church.
Baby greens.
No, God, I screwed that joke up.
oh,
He
the
who farts.
professional.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
he who
Lloyd's
farts
here,
in
so of
church
course,
sits in
Lloyd, the
pew.
subject goes to farts.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Isn't that amazing?
Incredible.
Yeah. It's like instantly. You know,
Yeah.
been here 5 minutes and they're already talking about.
No,
farts.
no, it's just I heard that joke from a dentist today, and I
Yeah,
said,
I just
Art
reminded
liked
you.
that joke.
That's funny.
All right,
Oh.
here's something. Which one is you? Sock, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe?
Sock,
I
shoe,
don't
shoe.
Ooh.
No, I'm
I
sock
don't- I-
shoe. Sock shoe.
Really?
That sounds like that
Yeah.
whole skit that Archie and Mike had upstairs in the bedroom about putting their shoe on and the sock, and then the sock and the shoe, the sock and the shoe.
Yeah.
I remember that one. Well, if there's
All
a
right.
fire, you
What?
can hop out of the room.
Front to back
Anyway.
or back to front? Think before you answer.
Well,
Carlo.
it depends.
Anyway.
It's front to back to front, and then
Oh, there's a
inside
good
out.
tiny
That way I
hot
don't have
too.
to. That way I don't have to change underwear that often. And then I do
Well,
both.
Carlos,
you
this
know,
is for you, buddy.
Yeah, you could turn
Watch.
it
This
inside
one's
out.
for you, man. This is for you, buddy.
Sometimes you can use whiteout.
I like
There you
that.
go.
Lloyd.
All right.
How many of those did
That
you
was
do?
that. All day.
Oh, beautiful. We're going to see some
That
footage
was-
in the future.
Maybe I fly a lot now, and you get so much footage that
No,
you
I
can
know,
only
I
show
know.
so much of it. And in fact,
I'm
you
with
can only save so much of it. It gets to the point where you got 200 Tinyhawk flights saved. You got a terabyte and a half worth of nothing but boring Tinyhawk
I
flights.
can relate.
Yeah. So
I picked up the
but,
85 Pro to play with that.
Yeah, well, that was the one we were having problem with the VTX, wasn't it, the other day?
Now we're
Do you
good.
like it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I'm learning to like it a little bit more. Getting used
Are
to
you?
it. I like the 2S factor. It zips.
So I'll tell you what, guys. Who wants to see what's in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll do this. Put you guys over on the side. We'll go over to the box.
Banggood's always a
Good
surprise.
shame.
Bang good. What a surprise! It came from China, and here's the
Yeah,
most
they always-
amazing
like I said,
thing.
it's always a
Here's the
surprise.
Here's the
Whoa.
amazing thing about
No
it.
picture.
Whoa, there it
There
is.
we go.
Okay, it says priority mail 3-day on it, right? Okay, so here's what happens: you buy something from Banggood, and they say that for $1 extra they'll send a priority mail. So I said, oh, if it's only $1, I'll get it real fast. So what happens is that the printing label gets created with a U.S. Postal Service thing originating in New Jersey. They forget to tell you that it takes 3.5
Yep.
weeks for the package to get to New Jersey. But once it gets to New Jersey, man, it gets to you.
You got priority
It's
shipping,
got
baby.
priority shipping. Once it gets
Yep.
so almost 4 weeks I've been looking for this thing. I look at the tracking number every day, and it says, USPS is waiting for the
Waiting
package.
for the package. Yep.
And they got the package, and man, once it got to New Jersey, it got here in a hurry. So, does that qualify as express shipping? That's the question of the hour.
They want to know if you sanitized it yet, Mitch.
I did.
Good.
I actually washed it off when I got it. However, I'm sure that anything that was living here from China probably didn't make it this far. Not in a month. I'm more worried about if the postman sneezed on it. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Here we go. This is, whether you guys are even going to be interested in it, not a quad, not a drone. It is the cutest little thing you ever seen. It's a, well, where'd the camera go? There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, the
It is-
Vegemite 2000.
It is a
Zod Dart.
250 gram, sub 250 gram FPV wing, designed to be FPV with all the flight controllers and everything. And this thing, the guys that have these are flying the hell out of them, and they're amazing. You put 2 of the lithium 18650s in them, and you fly them for an hour, hour and a half, just like that other tiny little thing. There we go. And let's see what.
And he got stickers.
Oh, shh. Okay, Hart, go ahead.
Stickers. I
All
like
right.
stickers. Yes, I do.
Stickers.
Sorry.
And the traditional advertising. Now you know I got the big Dart, the Dart XL, which
Mike Rose
is.
says it looks like a fancy lawn dart, actually.
I was thinking long.
But I
darts,
got the XL. No, that's the Talon Rebel. Where's the XL? Here it is. This is the one.
Yeah.
The XL Extreme. I got this one. That's and that's big. That's huge. This thing. These are little plastic covers. It's a little propeller, top hatch. I've never even seen one of these, but this is the wing.
Came on a wing and a prayer.
See if I can do this. I got a scalpel here. Let's see if I can get a little dull. Here we go. This.
Some assembly required.
Look at this. Look at the size. Look at the size of this tiny. Look at my hand.
Oh man.
Look at the size of this tiny little wing.
Is that like
adorable?
a foam or a plastic? What
Yeah.
is it?
No, it's
Like
foam.
Foam?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a tremendously rugged foam. Let me undo the other wing here. Hell with the knife. We're just going to rip stuff.
Chris, you're stuck
And-
behind the duck.
Oh, that's fine. Quack, 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 quack.
All right, I want to make sure I don't throw away. All right, so here's the two wings.
Okay.
How cute is this? And then
You know what's
This is
funny? That came from China, and you got 2 wings.
Art,
Two wing China.
Art, there's
There's a reason he's
10,000
unemployed.
Art, 10,000 unemployed comedians right now in this country.
Art's one of them. And now we know why.
Yeah. So at any rate, this is the fuselage here, and the battery compartment. And I mean, you can see it's about as long as my forearm, to give you some scale. To give you some scale, here's the
Oh, wow.
here's the quad. So you can see the size of this thing is pretty tiny.
Yeah.
And the wings, of course, I don't have the spar, but I can just kind of slip it together here. Hold on a second, and I'll put the wire in the hole. You can just give you an idea about the relative size of this thing. Whoops.
Cool.
I mean, it's just tiny, and yet they fly great. And unlike that little drift that I have, it flies like a little rocket ship, and fully aerobatic, fast rolls and loops and things. It's designed to go. But here's the size of it compared to the Cinnawhoop. You can see how big this little airplane is. At any rate, it has the motor, the ESC, and the servos in the wings, and it was like $60.
Wow.
And the place for the FPV camera up in the front here, and it's got two little vertical fins. once you put this together, it stays together. These aren't really removable. They have some double sticky tape. So you slide them on, and then you push them down. But this is what they look like. I think they go. Do they go out or do they go in? They might go in. Looks like they go in. That's easy to remedy. So these go on like that. And that's it. There's not much to assemble in this. The time comes, there you go. The time comes in installing all the FPV gear in it, and there's room in the back here for a flight controller, and
Cool.
there'll be a GPS mounted under here. There'll be a fairly good sized lithium cell in this thing, and I mean you could almost put this in a briefcase. It's so small, little suitcase. But this is going to be my next little project. Something
Look
just
forward to seeing
you
some
can
videos.
stop. You
Yeah.
can pretty much stop anywhere with this thing and just take it out and give it a heave and go fly. So that I've been waiting a month for this. Waiting a month for it.
Yeah, I hope it
waiting.
works out. Yeah, waiting a month for it, man. That thing, I guess I've just never trusted foam, and that really flies. Like,
Well, there's huge foam airplanes now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've seen
On 2
jet-
meter.
this seems
stuff-
like
this-
wind would just bully this thing around, and it
Oh
doesn't.
no, they fly just like any other airplane flies.
Wow.
And the structural foam has completely taken over the RC airplane.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You can't.
you go onto Horizon Hobby and try to buy a wood or fiberglass airplane anymore.
Yeah.
It's all foam, and the
That
foam
big
is so.
A10.
Yeah, that A10 is a hell of an airplane, and
Yeah.
the foam is so rugged that it takes much more of a beating than
Really?
a
That's
traditional
what I'm
built-up
thinking. I'm thinking
airplane.
this thing takes a nosedive, and it's
Let me tell you
you
something.
know,
they
it's
crash these
foam.
things, break the whole front off, break a wing in half. You get home, you take some hot glue, boom, boom, glue it back together, glue
Yeah.
the nose back
Yeah.
on, they're back in the air again.
okay.
there you go.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. My first remote control flying thing was a Horizon Hobby Cub Cadet, and first flight out of the box, right down to the ground. Actually, I landed it in a tree first, and then I shook the tree. Then it went to the ground. I wasn't
Yeah,
quick
I
enough
just-
to catch it when it fell.
I've always just assumed these things take a nosedive. They're packing peanuts at that point. All right.
No, they'll usually
no,
break
they're-
into a couple of big pieces, and you can just glue them back
Yeah, the
together
wings
again.
might pop off, or and a lot of them, the wings are made to pop off anyways. And then, it's just like mine. I've crashed it 2 or 3 times. That's why I quit flying it, because I got a quad. They're much easier to deal with than a phone. I'm not talented anyway, so that's why I got a Spark. And
There you go, guys. This is Ron. This is for you.
All right.
Why? Once again, I'm having.
Hit play.
No, I'm having an issue with my. That's what I wanted right there. Okay,
There you go.
I'm looking for the button, but this is the maiden flight of the Big Brother version of that little tiny airplane.
Wow, yeah,
that
it
I
looks
showed
like
you.
the same thing, only bigger, right? Wow.
Yeah, but look how big it is.
Yeah, you got the vertical.
That's
Out.
a what? Yeah, on that
Yeah.
one the verticals are out, but I think on the little one they're in. I don't know. I'll look at the picture. Either way, I don't think it makes much difference. But that has a 4,500 milliamp 4-cell battery in it. It's a 1 meter wingspan.
Wow.
That's a
and
pretty
it's-
heavy battery.
It's a
That'd be
it's a
30
hefty
inches.
airplane. It's not
Wow.
really that tiny an airplane. And at any rate,
What'd you say, Art? I'm sorry.
That's about 30 inches.
well, actually, a
Oh.
meter is more than a yard,
30
so it's
it's 36
it's like
and
39 inches.
39.
Yeah,
39
inches,
Okay, I
yeah.
stand correct.
but this.
so we are okay.
Hey, good morning. Oh, well, I'm a little nervous. We got a maiden flight on this monster here.
Mitch nervous? Come on.
We will come out
As he
here.
whips out his DJI goggles, he's nervous.
Man of
See
steel.
if we can get the little camera in this thing, recording by pushing this button. So this thing has
It is a hand takeoff.
it's hand launch, but I used auto launch, the iNav auto launch. It's flying with iNav. It's got the GPS. It's got a barometer. In
Mitch
it.
is going to
You know.
design a plane to go to Dunkin' Donuts, bring him back a cup of coffee one day. Right?
Here, all right. Here we go. Yes. And you can hear the servos moving as I move the airplane. That is down. That is up. See how the control surfaces are moving to level it out when it tilts
Right.
over?
You can actually hear the
That's
styrofoam.
Well, no, that's servos you hear.
It's a
You're hearing
servo.
Oh,
servo
those are
motor.
servos. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We want to go
I
into
thought it was a styrofoam. Now,
this in
I don't know
air
if this is a
mode.
dumb question. Is there
Put
such
this
thing
in
as putting any
auto
kind of like
launch.
lubricant so those things,
put this in
freely
return to
move.
home.
the flaps
Lubricant. You mean in no,
for the
no.
flaps?
So
yeah.
we,
No, okay, just curious.
We have those set. I'm
No,
gonna
they
go
didn't
over
make
here on
any
the
noise.
monitor and
There's
arm
no friction there to.
No, it was
To
the
lubricate.
servos I was hearing.
Yeah, it was just
No,
the
the
servos.
servos are.
It's armed. And I'm going
That's
to
just little, tiny
ramp
little
up the
motors
throttle.
spinning up in there. The gear reductions in those
And
things are
now-
enormous.
It should be set to auto launch. Okay, here goes nothing
Here we go.
or something.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, if you notice over here on the left,
All right, now it should be in return to home.
it's flying itself.
Yeah.
I tossed it and I haven't touched the control yet.
Now it should be flying around the home point, and of course it's going to fly right into the sun. But I'm going to take it out of return to home, and I'm going to fly it manually and try to get it trimmed up.
Now, on this is the maiden flight, so I didn't fly it through the goggles. I had the goggles recording the flight, which is what you're seeing, but I wasn't looking at the goggles. I was actually flying the airplane, Lloyd, the old-fashioned way, line of sight,
Yeah.
like we used to fly. Yeah.
Wow.
So this flight here, and you'll see the.
Well, the launch went great. Boy, it needs a lot more elevator.
Can't find it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. The roll is good, but the
Flew
pitch
great.
needs a big
thing
increase.
flew just great. It's hard to see. I was shooting it with the GoPro on my head,
Let
and
me
I
try
zoomed
it in
in
manual mode.
post-processing to try to make it big enough to actually see. Looks like from something out of Star Wars, doesn't it? With the
Yeah.
forward
Yeah, it
swept.
does.
Yeah.
Mitch, Agent
Well,
K
it
wants
seems
to
to be
know
trimmed up
if you
pretty good. It
didn't
needs a little bit of right. I'll do it
return
on.
to home, would it actually land?
No, return to home on iNav on an airplane will climb to return to own altitude and then circle around the home point at whatever radius you tell it. You set it.
That's what they call
50
loitering?
meters. They call it loitering. Whereas an iNav quad, you can set it to do like a Mavic does, return to home and land. But the problem with these things, it does have auto land in it. The problem is it's going to circle to land. So chances are, unless you're out in the middle of a humongous open field, it's going to run into something like a tree or something circling around the land as it gets lower and lower.
Oh, cool.
But that
So that fancy roll you threw in there.
that's the big brother. And while that's playing, I'm gonna put you guys back in the side there so you can talk, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that big one, and then I'm gonna because I think it'll be cool. I'm gonna hold the big one and show you, and the little one up next to it.
Do a
You'll see the difference in
comparison.
size. Yeah,
comparison.
yeah. So I got to take my headphones off.
No, okay.
And we
Hey,
can talk about him. He's gone.
Lloyd, how long did the toffee last?
Oh, I only took off. There's still plenty of it in there. I took off
good.
just
Did
a
you
little
put it in the
piece,
refrigerator? I bet it got kind of
Absolutely.
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put it in the refrigerator before I ever opened it. So
Cool.
yeah. But yeah, I waited until it cooled down just a little bit because it was a little warm here today, and
Yeah.
it just but It's delicious.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah,
we
we're
were
in
talking
for a
about
cool
you,
off
Mitch.
here.
What's that?
Yeah.
We were
We'll
really
quit
talking about you.
Yeah. Nothing but good things, I'm sure.
Oh,
Of course.
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. So we're almost there. I may as well let you see the landing
Might as well.
as well. And you know,
3. That means I'm in 500 milliwatts.
Put
so
the
that
sound
gives me
back
plenty of power.
I had one of the other guys at the field. I was asking him what the numbers were saying on the on-screen display because
I'm just going to fly this flight.
A quick hello to Bud.
I want to fly this
Bud's
flight
Coins and
manually.
Variety who just joined you, Mr.
Oh, how you doing? If you didn't disable, would it actually land? No,
And
it'll.
how many
it'll
amps am I drawing?
what it would do if you didn't
try to get it
disable
trimmed
return
up.
to home, it would just continue flying circles until the battery went dead, and then God knows what would happen.
It just fall.
Well, the launch went great.
If it still had enough,
Boy,
if it still had enough
It
battery,
needs a lot more elevator.
if it still, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to
Nope, that's
lower the
wrong.
sound. If it still had enough battery to run the radio and run the flight controller, even though the motor quit,
You could.
it would circle around and descend, and might land itself if it didn't run into something in the process of circling.
Right.
So let me bring it around here where we're coming in for the landing, and I'll turn the audio back on.
Here we go. What's the matter?
I kept watching these, thinking
Now,
I
this
was
is my
seeing that.
first- This is my
Thought I was
first
seeing that
landing
drone.
with this thing.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Ooh, sweet.
Let's watch that
I'm gonna
again.
land right to left.
Are you serious?
I'm very proud of my landings, guys.
That's a good landing.
He's such a ham.
What's the matter?
I love it.
And then
Hey, Mitch, I'm sending Drone Bum
Okay.
Paul invite. Keep an eye on the
Oh, good.
backstage for him.
oh, okay. So that's that. Okay. Now, this
Yeah.
here is the airplane.
Wow.
More bigger.
Okay. That's the airplane, and here is the little guy.
Cool.
Very cool.
That looks like Chris Hope and Art next to each other. Something.
Yeah,
like that.
that's the. But that shows you the difference in size between
Oh,
this
yeah.
one and this
Like the
one.
Mavic Mini. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mavic
yeah.
Pro
Yeah.
and the Mavic Mini.
Yeah,
But the-
Mitch, I think
the
those.
idea-
I think those rudders go tilted out instead of tilted in on that little one. Because when you look
Is-
at it, you can. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I mean, it just makes
I
more.
want to find a picture that there's the extreme. No, they go, Lloyd. They
do go
go in. Yeah.
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah, they go in according to the picture. I'll show you the. I can tell you by the.
Of course, instructions always help, but they never. They're only good if you read Chinese.
They're really.
Chad.
Yeah, here I want to show. I'll show you this here.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
It just to me made more sense to have them turn out because that's the way most of those wedge
Well,
type wings have.
The bigger ones.
are
The
turned out.
bigger ones go out, but this
This one, yeah, definitely goes
one
in.
goes in. Now the interesting thing about this big airplane, which is really great, is that underneath, if you look at the bottom of it, they've got these hard plastic skids, which keep all this stuff off the ground, and in these skids here is a plastic thing. You twist it, and then this just pops out.
Oh, cool.
And then you can also take the wings off with one screw. And there's connectors for the wires between the wing and the fuselage. So in 30 seconds, you can knock this airplane down where you could probably put it in a large backpack.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
these just plug right in. and then you go down here to the bottom, and you just twist the lock on them, and they stay in.
There you go.
Really good design. And back in here, in the engine compartment here, is where all the flight controller electronics are. Whoops.
Yep.
I just pulled the plug out of the
Guts of
VTX,
the
but
plane.
all the guts and the electronics are back in there, and the GPS and the VTX are up here in this lid. So it's got a lot of electronics in it. Pretty, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I got to
And
remember.
Mr. Rick Halper has just joined us. It's
Oh,
about
hey
time.
Rick, how you doing, buddy? Good to
Kidding,
see you.
kidding.
All right. So anyway, there's the baby, and with the battery, with all the electronics, with everything, this comes in under 250 grams. That was the idea of this thing. It's something that
Cool.
above the law or below the law. Well, that was
All right,
fun.
Mitch,
Huh?
I'm hopping out of here. Gotta go get some
Oh,
dinner.
okay. Hang on.
So, thanks for having
Right
me
back.
in. Everybody in the
Oh,
chat,
I'm good to-
Lloyd, Art,
Art,
Good.
get
Hey,
you
Ron,
later.
good to see you.
Hold on a second here. Let me get back to this. There we go. All right, Ron.
All right.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. Always
Take
good
it
to
easy,
see
everybody.
Take
All right,
care,
take
Ron.
care.
Good to see you.
Take it easy, man.
Good
you.
job.
Okay. Take care, Ron. And Chris Hope is he's kind of out himself.
I'm gonna go step for 2 minutes because my food is waiting for me.
Oh, you're gonna leave me,
Just
Art,
for
and
2
Lloyd.
minutes.
Holy
Just
cow!
For 2 minutes. There's Santa. Santa's back.
Yeah, I think that.
I'm gonna take this little puppy apart and put it back in the box here.
There you go.
So this is how long it takes to take it apart.
Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Oh, the wire. That's cool. You got the little connector in there that you have to get through the square hole. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Rick, how you feeling, buddy?
Hey, Chris, are you getting any rain from that storm?
We might have got an inch last night, but that was it.
That was it.
I was telling them earlier, Mark Rogers, I talked to him today, and they were getting, it was a category 1 at his house.
Oh, okay.
About 10 this morning. He'd been without electricity since about 6.
Uh-oh.
Right.
But and he still didn't have it at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So, a Mavic 3 for Christmas. Well, you know what, Jay Bird, I'll have to check my list. Yeah, just exactly how you're doing come about November. You hooked up.
Mavic 3, what's the latest on that? I haven't been paying any attention. Is it a thing? Is it a thing? Is it a real thing, or is it just a pipe dream?
I think oh,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm happy with what I got. And I haven't really paid that much attention to it.
I'm with you. I don't fly my DJI stuff nearly as much as you guys fly yours these days. But I see no reason to get. I looked back at some of the stuff I shot with my original Mavic Pro, and that stuff is. I mean, I looked at the actual raw footage in 4K, and it's incredible stuff. And you wonder how much better can they really get? So is it just more gadgets, or don't you reach a point of diminishing returns with this stuff sometimes?
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the camera, man. All about the camera.
Yeah, it really is. And then Ron Brown posted a video yesterday, or this morning I saw. Was it a FEMI or one of the inexpensive?
Yeah.
The footage was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It's the Phoenix X8.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
the
I
X8.
think-
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
think
it was
you're right.
beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. High definition and
4K video.
really, really nice.
It's somebody said it. You don't have to have a $200 or $300 GoPro to make a video.
Yeah.
It's just something to get you going.
Yeah, not with these camera drones. Now, if you want to be cinematic with the FPV, you almost have to have a GoPro or something like it.
Right, right.
Yeah, something that's stabilized at least. Now you can take the footage from the DJI Air unit in 1080p and stabilize it in post if you want to.
Right.
In Premiere Pro or something, and use they have programs. The hell's it called? I forget. You can buy a piece of software that'll turns a jiggity hoppity piece of footage into something that looks like it would. Yeah, stabilize the hell out of it. I mean, does a better job than even Premiere and some of those editors do. I forget the name of it. I want to say like Real Steady Go, or something like that.
Not sure.
But Real Steady. Anyway, I was very happy with the footage that came off of that GoPro on that basic. Now that Whoop, when I built it, I put the iFlight flight controller, installed the latest version of Betaflight with all of the default PID settings. Okay, that come with Betaflight. The default, because they talk about tuning quads, and you change the PID settings. You've heard of that, Chris, haven't you? PIDs, proportional integral derivatives, and they tune these things to get the little bit of the wobble out of them, the prop wash oscillations, things like that. This stupid thing with the default PIDs, first flight that I flew it, I punched it, I did some hard stall turns, and no oscillations, no wobbles, no nothing. As smooth as, all I could do if I tried to tune it any better would probably make it worse. So that, I don't know whether that's luck or it means that Betaflight is doing a better job, but every quad is not going to fly the same on the same tune, because you're tuning out mechanical things that are in the quad. You may have a different resonance in the arms, in the carbon arms, and that resonates, and you have to set your gyro filters to counter that particular frequency. It's not going to be the same in every quad. But this thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I took it out, I flew it around, it flies great, stable, smooth, and
Leave it alone.
I'm real happy with it, so I'm just going to leave it just like it is.
Mike R Studios, Mike Roche is happy with his Mavic Pro, and EBR has a good point. Just flies smooth and no stabilization needed.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, I'm happy with my Mavic 2 Pro, and I got the Zoom and the Pro, and that covers me in anything I might need for the very few actual jobs that I do. But I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of getting the urge to go out and let's say make a movie, with the camera drones, go to some place and I was talking to Jim about going down to Sebastian Inlet here, where they have a lighthouse and a beautiful inlet and bridge and state park, and and take a combination of Mavic footage and cinema Whoop footage.
Ooh, cool.
And ground video, and tell us and tell a story about the park, and try to do some pretty slick editing with some good music. And
I could see that at Chris Hope's place, because he's done one or two on his 4x4.
Yeah, Chris you got a beautiful. Yeah, I was really impressed. When I really got to see your place in all its glory was on the Live Fly show with Greg Kuda.
With Greg, yeah.
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 That was
part of my place. When I flew to the cemetery, that's almost about a mile away.
But I mean, still, a gorgeous place to live.
I appreciate it.
I could see him filming like 10, 15, 20 feet through the paths, like, just a little bit above a 4x4 view, when you were driving through.
Yeah.
I would love that. That would be cool.
Chris, you got a chainsaw down there, don't you? I'm sure you use a chainsaw. Well, there you go.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, there you go. A new version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, with me in charge. Exactly.
Did you see what EBR what Erwin put in the chat? He nowadays with Betaflight 4.2, any decent build will fly great on the stock PIDs. And he's right. I think you're right, Erwin. One of the reasons I was surprised is this thing is actually a 3-inch quad. And it flies smoother than most of the 5 inches that I have. So I don't know if it's the dunks or what it is, but it was really a pleasant surprise to see how nicely that thing. I'm looking forward to making some nice footage, combining the fun of FPV with the fun of the photography drones.
The cinematography.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you,
And
Mr.
coming
Art?
up-
Any Tinyhawk flying? The little guy?
I've been on the Velocidrome yesterday,
Okay, good.
so
It's getting
Have you
easier.
flown the little?
yeah, it is getting. I'm actually doing some, fly through really tight places.
Good.
Like, there's that building that they're building. I can fly through there. I've gone through a few pipes,
Oh, wow.
and
That's
yeah,
good. It's all about throttle control. Well, a
Yeah.
lot of it is throttle.
yep.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, you're Paulie's coming along for
Thank you, Ray.
as short a time as he's been flying, and
Yeah, but I've been
you're-
feeding him batteries like crazy. When we go out
You're-
together, he doesn't fly less than 10, 15 batteries.
Well, I
He's not
mentioned that the other
backstage,
day.
right?
You're a slave driver. No, I don't see anybody. I
Okay,
don't see
just in
anybody
case.
backstage.
He just got home. He might join us. I'm hoping he does.
Oh,
Say hello.
okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
but
got-
that's the idea. Go ahead, Chris.
I need to leave. I got to go finish supper, getting it ready.
All right, Chris.
Take care, Chris. Good to see you.
Good to see
Good to
y'all.
see you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Always good to
Adios.
see you. And happy birthday again, young man.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have
All
a good
right, you take care of yourself.
Take care, buddy.
Take care.
Okay, bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye, Uncle.
One bum out, another. What did I do?
Yay!
He just
There
got rid
he
of
is.
himself.
There he is.
There's the
There he is, Mr. Paul.
Don't leave, Chris. He left. He knew I was coming. Wait, I can't hear.
Are you in witness protection, Paulie?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm certainly.
Yeah, and no light on you to kind of hide who
Yeah.
you are. And,
Is it kind of dark? Is it dark?
No, you
It
look
is.
good.
It is
Yeah.
a little
You
dark.
look good.
Yeah,
We
we
can.
can see the-
There you are.
between your
Okay, there
glasses.
you go. All right.
I've
There
seen
you
him
are.
up close. Trust me, he looks good.
Well,
Yeah. How you doing?
all right,
Paul?
I'll give you $20 when I see you. Calls. Hi, Mitch. Thanks for having me. Lloyd, great to see you. Art,
Good seeing you, Paul.
Chris.
Hey, Drone Bum Paul, my wife says you have the type of voice that you could be a storybook. Like, you could read books, and it would,
I'll read to her.
I was thinking that. You might want to come over. You might want to come over for a little while.
I think I talk too low sometimes. I don't know. I hear my videos.
She thought your voice was soothing. I'm going to have you talk dirty on a recording for me.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
It's going downhill, Mitch. Real
It
fast.
is, Lloyd. It is late.
And it was not my
Lloyd,
fault.
we need to save it quick. There you go. Okay.
The drones. I know you help out.
That was
Yes,
supposed
I
to be.
do.
It was supposed to be a compliment to his voice. That's all. Anyway, nice to see you, Drone Bum.
Nice to see you too, buddy.
Hopefully, we'll meet this weekend again.
Absolutely. Hope we have some good weather. It was windy today. That video I sent you was really windy.
I didn't see it yet, but I was hoping you wouldn't fly. I was going to. Oh man,
I didn't think you'd watch it when you're on the panel.
I got to check it out.
Paul, you have the Tinyhawk 2, don't you? You have a Tinyhawk 2?
Yes.
Yeah, Rick Halber was asking which one you had.
I need you on. I need you on Mitch's channel to say that it was okay for us to play your video because we played your video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Yes.
showed your video.
It
Yeah,
was
a little
okay,
bit of
right?
your
You didn't
video
mind, right?
with you flying.
The one I
No,
sent
he didn't
you?
mind.
No, the one that
Oh, okay. Well, we
one-
you together?
on Wednesday. Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
I had him play.
Yeah,
that.
okay, yeah. You can play whatever.
Yeah, he was bragging.
think
He was
so.
bragging on you. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks,
listen,
Paul.
you guys on any of your live streams, feel free to show any of my videos that you want.
I was going to say the same thing. Anybody wants to play
Yeah,
my videos,
Feel
just go
free.
right ahead.
While you're
Yeah.
at it, you might actually say like and subscribe and click the notification bell.
Yes.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
And speaking of that, I just want to say, none of you guys, if any, have any of you guys ever heard me say those words in any video I've ever produced?
I don't think I have.
Subscribe and click the notification bell. Have you ever heard me say? I have never.
Click on the badge over there.
That's why I
Ever.
didn't subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I just feel icky when I say.
Yeah, you
know,
feel kind of cheap when you do it.
Yeah, cheap. You know, just subscribe. I figure, I just figure, hell, if they like me, they'll subscribe. If they don't like me, they won't. I'm not going to beg
the
for
bell.
it. Yeah,
I
don't
did
forget
that.
to ring the
started
bell.
doing that.
I'm a slut. I want.
I know
We
you are,
know.
but we know that, Art. No doubt about that. But
But I've just started doing it here in probably the last 3-4 weeks, and I don't do it every time, but I just started doing it. So.
Nice.
What I got.
drone bum shirt. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Where's my collar?
I swear one of these days I need to get some shirts with the old guy face or the monkey. The old
No,
guy
no,
face
no,
and
no.
the monkey.
Oh, both. Yeah.
There you go.
Have
And
to
the
have your
monkey,
face
yeah.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah, the old guy
Put
face
the
and
old
the
guy's
monkey.
face on the monkey.
Hey, you can-
Oh, I could prototype that.
Photoshop it,
Photoshop.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
That
you don't
would
even
be.
have to do that. There's an app called Reface.
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be.
you do it right on
That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
have to-
you're probably right, Agent K. That's the reason everybody's unsubscribing, because I've been asking them to subscribe, and they got confused.
Well, we're trying to get you to 1,000 subs, Lloyd, and it seems like
I
that the powers that be have just decided.
They've just decided I'm not. You know what's even sad is you get recommended videos. I don't know why, but lately I've been getting Art's old Obama joke videos from way
I
back
get that.
then.
I get that
Oh,
every
my
day. That
recommended videos.
stupid thing. Every day that stupid video shows up in my. How much are you? Who are you paying, Art, and how much?
Yeah, really.
Obama.
For anybody who cares, I'm flying around Muskogee, Oklahoma here.
Coffee mugs with
And,
the old guy on it, please, for Irwin.
There you
Okay,
go.
you guys
Yeah.
got it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come up with some kind of a graphic. It
Yeah,
doesn't
and
cost anything. You just go with Teespring, right? You
Teespring,
send them
yeah.
a graphic,
That's right.
and they make them, and
They
they
make
make all the money, and they pay you virtually nothing, but it's fun anyway. Huh?
Now you can
Well,
set
make it-
you can set your profit. I've got mine at like 90 cents. So
Yeah,
I'm
I was
not
going to say
making
I
anything.
wouldn't. I would.
could
I would
see
sell
you
them
in
at
a
cost
professor-
just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of having them out there.
You should be like in a professor outfit. Like messing
Yeah,
around with a
I-
drone.
yeah.
I need to dress the monkey up in a
There you
cap
go.
and gown with the DJI goggles on. That'd be. I'll come up with something. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Why should I be the only YouTube guy who doesn't have a coffee cup?
Hey, Mitch, you need to get one of those raincoats, and then you get in front of the monkey, and then you go like that and watch your monkey looking.
Okay.
Did Hart just say? Did he just say what I thought he said?
He wanted you to flash the monkey.
I want you to flash
I
something.
can't. I don't even. Art. I don't even know how to comment on anything.
Beyond words.
It is.
So, Paulie, tell us about your acro experience from day one to now. You liking it? You liking the whole thing?
Oh my God! Of course, it's amazing. I flew today in the wind. It was windy. And I went first of all. I went out this morning. It was raining. I flew anyway. It was just
Really?
a little bit. Yeah, I just had to get a flight in before work. I flew a battery before work. Did okay at the park.
Right.
And I recorded so I could find it when I lost it, but I didn't lose it. And then I went to the park, another park on the way home today. It was really windy. I said, I don't care. I got to go up. I got to at least try it and stay low and be careful. And yeah, it was really, really tough. It was windy, but I did it. I flew a whole battery.
In acro?
In acro. I have not flown anything but acro in the last few flights, by the way. That's it. I'm staying in acro.
That's what. If you're inside the house, you can go. But if you're outside,
Right.
the
in
less
house,
stabilized stuff you fly, the quicker the better you're going to slow down your learning process.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I
If you
know
keep
that.
going back to stabilized.
Yeah. No, I don't even want to do that. Unless, like you said, inside the house. Maybe when I get bored.
Yeah.
But speaking of inside the house, can I ask you a question? I know you helped Art out already, and maybe Rick Halber, I think you helped out rather.
We
with
tried.
Velocidrone.
We tried. Yeah.
I can't get Velocidrone to recognize my controller.
It's a driver. It's a Windows. You have Windows?
Mac. It's Mac.
I have no. I don't know. I don't. Any of you guys know how to make it work on a Mac? I have no Mac experience in my entire life. I have.
But liftoff. You know what? Spend another $20 and do liftoff. Liftoff works
on the Mac. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no problem.
I have Velocitron. It opened. I got it. I see the menu. I got the.
Is your control? Your controller is on, and then you plug it in.
Yep.
And then you hit the button that says US, that says controller. You know, it gives you two choices when you plug it in.
One is,
and you click the one that says joystick, right?
Joystick.
Yes, I just clicked joystick, and then that didn't work several times. I tried the other one. The other one's SD. I don't even have an SD. Do I need an SD card in it for some reason? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll. If I can't
Ron
figure it out.
Lockwood has joined us. EBR is going to bed, and somebody named Darren K was saying hello to people. He definitely said hello to Mr. Paul.
Darren K, hello.
And we have No Fly Drone here. How you doing, my friend? And I saw Gary from Brand Aerials in here.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Hello to all.
Ron Lockwood is here.
Ron, how you doing, buddy? You rested up? Ron, past couple times I've seen him, looks like he was rode hard and put away wet. Man, from all that was a rough trip, a lot of work.
Yeah. I think he was in between driving when he was on my show on Monday. He was getting ready to make the drive, and then
amazing footage, amazing stuff, and good stories too. Especially the one about the whale almost taking his boat out.
Yeah,
that's scary.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell this on air because I already told him I meant to ask him Monday night, did he have to change his shorts after that happened? And I texted him. I said, I wanted to ask this on air. And so his answer was, oh, hell yeah. He says, as exciting as it was, I don't think I want to do that again. Besides, it's embarrassing changing your underwear in front of your friends. That was his answer to me.
That was something.
Yeah.
As if the bears aren't scary enough.
Right.
Bears, the bears are everywhere. The bears were everywhere, man. Yeah.
We got the bare necessity.
And there we go.
Gotta love him.
Oh man. Well, it's almost, I can't believe it. 2 hours has almost gone by.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, I got my Hawaiian shirt on, so do you, Mitch.
Yes, and I
No,
do.
Mitch does not have a Hawaiian shirt. Yes,
well, it's
a
Hawaiian fabric. It just doesn't have flowers. It has cigars on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one of my curtains and make a shirt out
Here,
of it.
Lloyd, let me give you a little look at all the different
cigar
bands and stuff that it has on it. See,
awesome.
look, isn't that a great shirt?
Now, that is a shirt I would probably wear.
I think I got the only one in existence on the planet.
Would you wear it?
Probably do.
The reason is that, and I told this story earlier. I'll tell it to you again. When I was a knife collector, I was really one of the big players in handmade art knife collecting, and used to travel all over the country to go to knife shows. And one of the biggest collectors in the country is a guy that lives very close to Steve Carpenter in California on Capistrano Beach, and we talked about him before. And his business, he's in the fabric business, and he makes fabrics for manufacturers of Hawaiian or tropical shirts.
Oh, cool.
And every time we go to the knife shows, he'd bring a bunch of shirts and give us some, Well, I'm being a cigar smoker like I was. One knife show, Walt shows up and he says, "I got a shirt for you," and he brings this shirt out with all the cigars, and he said, "I found this fabric. It's not our fabric, but I found this fabric and thought of you, so I made you a shirt out of it."
Oh, that's
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So I may actually have the only one of these
shirt of
on the
that.
planet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So no, that was. I don't wear it a lot because I don't want to wear it out. It's kind of real special. It's real special.
Yeah.
Do you still have any of your like old wooden cigar boxes around?
I've thrown away thousands of cigar boxes in my lifetime. I have.
Making those cigar box guitars.
That's what I wanted to do is make a cigar box guitar, and I thought of you And I thought,
I have a couple now, and I use them for storing stuff. But we used to give them to people. Used to come and get them,
right?
To make the guitars out of, to make the guitars.
Yeah, because I'm wanting to make a cigar box guitar eventually. I just got to find it. Probably go up to the smoke shop. They know me up there. I'll bet they've got cigar boxes up there they've thrown out.
Yeah, and even if some of them who are real penny pinchers, they'll sell them to you. But you can pick out a really good, nice looking box, and they might want a couple bucks for it. You know, it's not like it's going to be any major.
Right.
Now, when I was in the cigar business, you guys know that for
that's what I thought about that.
And we had we had box down in the Dominican Republic. We had the companies that made our boxes for us, and I visited a couple times and went to the box factory. It's the most fascinating thing you've ever seen, watching them make these boxes, and they're all made out of cedar wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always thought that wouldn't really be the best wood to make a guitar out of.
Well, it's good for, it's not for a full size guitar, but you're talking, it's like a mountain dulcimer board. It's a you can get 3 or 4 string.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay,
it's still
because-
it's an open tune. It's like a mountain dulcimer, which is you can get a 3 or 4 string. Though I have a mountain dulcimer back here, but I want to do the guitar because you can put the electronics in the box and all that, and you can come up with some unbelievable sounds. You just put a glass pipe on your finger and slide that or
cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Glass bottle. I've got one here somewhere.
Paul, did you
Art,
get those? Did you
Art,
get
you're getting fidgety, and
they
Getting
noticed.
that time, isn't it? Yep.
we're gonna say. So
Bernario
I'll say goodnight to
says-
you. We'll say goodnight to you first because we're just about to wrap this up.
All right.
His notification
So,
just showed up, and you can see Art's anxiety spike.
Anxieties.
All right. Well,
All right,
thanks
buddy.
for having
Art,
me, Mitch.
good to
always
see you. Always
a blast.
Always a pleasure.
Good night, everybody.
Adios.
See you.
All right, buddy. Here we go.
Bye-bye.
You ready? Nope, he blew it
Timing.
again.
There we go. Okay.
All right, question for Paul. Paul, did you get the 18500 batteries you ordered?
I did.
Did you charge them?
I did.
Did you replace them with mine?
I don't know. I forget.
Did you charge mine?
No.
I want them charged.
I'll charge them when I'm going to see you. I don't want to leave them sitting around charged. It's probably not good for it, right?
It's okay. Those are all right.
No, the 18650s, the lithium ions are not like lithium polymers. You can leave them half charged. You can leave them fully charged. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, right. I'll fully charge them for you, Carlos.
And don't let yours get too low, because if you don't have a good charge, you don't fly.
Right.
Did you get 4 or 2, by the way?
4.
Ah, perfect.
2 are in the pack now. 2 are sitting right here.
You are good to go. Nice.
Matter of fact, I'll put them in the charger right now.
Yeah.
Well, Mitch, I'm going to bail out of here next because appreciate you sending me the invite, and I promised you I was going to be on one of these nights.
Always good to see. Always good to see you, Lloyd.
And hopefully you'll be on again Monday if you got the time.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Had a good time.
Oh yeah, we had fun.
On your show. Yeah, we had a good.
Anyways,
we had a good
I'm
time.
going to bail out of here. It's
All right.
always good to see you, Carlos.
Adios, Mr. Lloyd.
Same here.
Take care.
All right, y'all take care.
You
Take care, Lloyd.
Okay.
Yep.
Take care, buddy.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Good time.
And that leaves.
The bum.
There he is on the charger,
Nice.
Carlos. Proof positive. Look at
Well,
that.
those are his. Mine are black. Yeah.
Oh, those are yours. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in, Paul.
Good night,
Good to see
Mitch.
you, and congratulations on your progress. And it tickles me to see that you're having such a good time at it, because I try to explain to people just how much absolute fun it is, and until you do it, you can't
I think
explain
Paul,
why
Paul
it's
is
so
our
much fun.
testimony. He's the testimony
Yeah.
right there.
I'm not getting rid of the DJI drones just yet.
But the key
No,
word
I
was
still have,
yes.
I still have mine. But once you get better, as you get better and better at flying FPV,
Yeah,
and you start
I
flying
get it.
bigger and faster ones,
Yeah.
it becomes more fun. and more,
Mitch, he was
more
already
thrilling.
talking about what's his next drone.
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
All right, let me say good
All
night.
right. Well,
Mitch.
thanks for coming in,
Paul,
Carlos.
sooner
Always
than
good
later.
to see you, buddy.
Thank you,
care,
Mitch.
Thanks for coming
Good
in.
night. You're welcome.
Talk to you soon, Carlos.
All right, Paul. Good to see you.
All righty, man. Have a good night, Mitch. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry I came in late, but I didn't want to
anytime.
interrupt you.
No problem. We had a good time tonight. Had a great show. Enjoyed having everybody here, and I'm gonna say goodnight to you, and then I'll say goodnight to everybody.
Okay,
So
then.
you take care of yourself, Paul.
Peace.
Okay, buddy. See you. And here I am, and we'll get a little closeout music on. Let me say goodbye to everybody that came in, and thank everybody who watched the show. We had a nice turnout tonight. Had a good time. Got to talk about airplanes and drones and all kinds of things that fly. So Jody's still here. Drone Shots, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Agent K, Rick Halber, Carlos, and Gary. Grand Aerials, thanks buddy, good to see you. Ron Lockwood, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming in. And Darren K, any relation to Agent K? Well, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. You've been here before because you're blue. Ray Kelly, thank you, buddy. Good to see you, and thanks for coming in on the panel for a while. Erwin, EBR, probably already went to bed, but it's late over there in Europe, and thanks for coming in anyway. Thanks for the input and the comments. Art Carlson, thank you, Art. Always good to see you. Lloyd, it was great to see you tonight. Thanks for coming in the panel. Somebody up there with almost those, I don't know how old Lloyd is, but I gotta bet we're not too far apart. Who else did I miss? Go back a little ways here. Say goodnight to Rick Halber. Jaybird, Joe, if you're still here, thanks for coming in, buddy. Good to see you. Mike Roach was here. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Ron, 3X Drones on the panel. And I don't know if I missed anybody else. Anybody that has just been watching and lurking. Hope you enjoyed the show. Appreciate you coming in. Take the rest of the day off. Go play with your drones. And we will see you Sunday night on the FPV Workshop Live. And hopefully I'll have done some more flying by then and have some more footage from the Cinewhoop and the GoPro, and maybe made some progress on this little tiny fixed wing airplane I showed you tonight. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my trusty sidekick Spank, the monkey, and say goodnight to the folks, Spanky.